What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Urban Pitch Podcast, part of the Believe Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ramsey Abushala, joined as always by my co-host, Julio Monterosa. Julio, what's going on, baby?
We back again, baby.
We are back in the house. Well, we're not alone. We are not alone. We got
two
special guests. We got two special guests in the house. Dear friends of ours, and essential parts of the LA soccer community. We got Brigitte Flores and Gilbert Bita. Welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all. Thank you for having me.
Play some applause.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have the budget for the soundboard yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
I'm going to send you the app.
I know, right?
Yeah, so we got some guest co-hosts in the building.
Co-hosts? Yeah, they're not even guests.
They're not even guests. They're co-hosts.
They're co-hosts at this point.
Family.
Yeah, this is my family, honestly. That's my sis. This is the brother I never wanted. Like, honestly, like somebody important in my life.
Yeah.
And a sister you never needed?
No, that's my sisters. Like, Bridget knows.
Yeah, we'll be seeing more of these guys as the show progresses. But if you guys wanted to get into just a quick intro of yourselves, Bridget, being a fellow LA native, you want to get things started and just tell the people listening a little bit about yourself.
I think she's from the Valley too, though, so I'm gonna bring the LA.
No. Are you from the Valley?
No, definitely not.
Hey, don't say it like that. What the hell? Hey, come on. I'm tired of being. I'm tired.
Let's not bring
the
disrespect.
No offense. No offense.
No offense. Offense is taken. So go ahead. Tell people.
Had to throw it out there real quick. It's subtle.
He just likes to come at me. Julio likes to come at me.
No. That was more of a Ramsey dig. But
that's messed up, bro.
Yeah, it's a Ramsey dig.
No. But when I messed up, what messed me up is her response. No.
Like, don't tell me I'm from the Valley. I'm not from the Valley.
Period. No.
No, I love for the Valley, but.
Where are you from? Today's podcast is brought to you by Bet Online. It's that time of year as college basketball takes center stage with the tournament finally upon us. If you're looking to wager this year, Bet Online is the #1 spot for all your updated odds and info, along with great contests, including the bracket contest, where you have a chance to take home the top prize. Head over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to get started. Bet Online is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino games. Bet Online, where the game starts.
Hi, everybody. I am Brigitte Flores, born and raised in LA out here. I grew up, went to high school at Fairfax. I grew up playing soccer.
Shout out Fairfax.
I know. She had
Fairfax.
the coolest clothes growing up.
No, I wish. I was the one that didn't stand out because of the clothes, but it's okay because I stayed wearing my warm-ups for soccer. I was wake up in my soccer warm-ups, go to sleep in my soccer warm-ups. That's also because I just didn't like waking up early to get dressed. So
there you go.
You're a hooper too, though, right?
I was also a hooper, yeah. But
what is that?
I started
basketball.
Basketball.
Sorry.
Gilbert isn't culturally diverse in the sports world.
Okay. You'll get your shirt, Gilbert.
I'll hoop tonight. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but I grew up playing soccer because my brother played soccer, so I always looked up to him. He was like my biggest role model. He played soccer out here in leagues. He actually played for Morazan.
Wow.
That's why I know a lot of like people that you hang out with. And so for me, it was always like I wanted to be with my brother. I wanted to see everything he did. I wanted to be like him. And so that's why I started playing soccer. I started playing basketball. Going into high school, I did the freshman sophomore year of basketball because it was a different season from soccer.
All right.
And throughout my high school years, I stuck to soccer. I loved it. It was what I wanted to do. And so that's where I grew more and more passionate about the game. I still love playing basketball, and I would play off season when I wasn't playing soccer. But that was just like in a rec center, and
stay in shape.
Yeah, just to stay in shape, just to keep
athlete.
myself.
I
had to keep
two-sport athlete.
You know, some light work.
I
I had to keep my reputation. You know,
Yeah,
I love playing basketball.
Let me see your step back.
We still need to get a little like 3-on-3 or something out here.
Gilbert can't play. He didn't know what
I don't want him on my team.
You don't.
I don't play. So hey, excuse me.
Last one.
All right. Those are some early straights for Gilbert. We'll let him.
No, we gotta let him live now. All right.
Go ahead.
No, but then I went to UCR. Unfortunately, I couldn't continue playing soccer. I had to make, some sacrifices. It was either I go to a 4-year university and I work to stay there, or I wouldn't have been able to be financially okay to stay at school. And I know that I wanted to pursue my college career, but I still did club soccer out there, and I played like intramural soccer out there, and that was really cool. Like that kept me involved. I did work at the rec center at UCR, and that kept me involved in sports. So I got a little taste of like reffing football, basketball. Definitely reffing is not for me. Like people get too intense.
Refs. Shout out to refs, because honestly, like that's one of the worst. Honestly, that's one of the worst jobs you could ever have.
And I want to apologize because I cursed a lot of them out. And I feel so. I look back on tapes from the base. It was like playing when I got mad at the refs. And I'm so hashtag bring the bass back. Bring the bass back. Oh, I'm so sorry about the tellers that I said something about your moms. They didn't deserve it.
Yeah, the refs. That's a thankless job, and shout out to all the refs out there because they don't get enough love. But
once you have a little bit of like a taste of what it feels like to be a ref, you kind of like recognize a little bit more respect. Yeah. And after that, I chilled out. I was like, what? I'm not gonna fight you today. I'm not gonna fight you today. I understand your job.
Now I tell them like, I know you're human. We make mistakes. That's the way I dig on them.
You go onto the pitch. Listen, if I say anything, I don't mean it.
I'm sorry.
We're still cool.
Let me buy you a beer.
But yeah, so that's where I continued my like interest in sports. It was always a passion of mine. I still loved watching it or going to our school games. After college, I came back and I was able to. I actually had my friend Jenny. Shout out to Jenny.
Not 69?
No, not Jenny 69. No, not from Riverside.
Soy la 69.
Jenny at the gym, right?
She actually asked me to take her to her soccer game. So I was like, yeah, for sure, I'll take you to your soccer game. Picked her up, took her to her soccer game, and she was playing on Gilbert's team. And I had told her, I was like, if you need a friend to play on your team, let me know. And I took my stuff just in case, and we showed up to the base. Hashtag bring the base back.
Bring the base back. Hey, R.I.P.
Okay.
Right. I'm telling you. And
might
Gilbert,
make it happen. This hashtag
that's
might
what
go
I'm
global.
saying. And Gilbert was like, yeah, you could play. So that was the first day I played at the base. And then from there, luckily I was able to bring back that connection with sports, and I got to play with Gilbert's team, and that's where I met Roy, I met John, I met Gina, and
shout out to Gina.
Yeah, Gina is my girl.
Shout out to the
I
urban
love
futsal,
Gina.
like,
yeah.
Urban futsal.
Urban futsal is my second
on Instagram,
home.
Twitter, hashtag bring the base back.
And essentially, just the story and the friendships grew from there.
That's great though, because like to play on Gilbert's team, you're gonna be down a player, so you're gonna bring some stuff.
You're gonna get a good workout.
I've never met a person that played with Gilbert, because Gilbert, obviously, I mean, like he's a good player. Like,
he's amazing.
He's a baller.
He's a super baller.
It's like it gets to a point where like
he doesn't pass you the ball.
Well, not even that part. I've seen players fight with this guy because he tries to be a little too fancy. He does a little too much. He's good.
He can do it.
He's like infuriatingly good. You know? So Gilbert, why don't you give a little background about yourself? Because I know you're not.
Let's introduce him. Let's introduce him.
That's like a lot of shots fired.
No. But in a good shots. In a good way. Yeah, in a good way.
So, anyways, I grew up in Kenya. I came to the U.S. 2010, I believe. It's been such a long time. I don't even remember exactly when it was.
You don't even know how Kenya looks anymore.
He goes back.
I do go back every year. But anyways, how did I meet John and Roy? I actually met John, I think John first, through Bala. I used to play with Bala. They do a lot of street soccer. They're amazing. A lot of street style, freestyling, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So I came to the base before it was the base.
Right. When it was still Urban Futsal LA.
No, it wasn't Urban Futsal.
Well,
no.
It was Urban Futsal LA, but it wasn't the base.
It was Madav.
Madav. Yeah, it was at the spot before the base.
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But it was still run and owned and operated by Urban Futsal.
On and operated by Urban Futsal. That's when I met John and Roy. And funny thing, John actually bought some of his stuff from the facility I used to work in. I used to work in Huntington Beach, South City Futsal. We had a big warehouse, about 5 futsal fields.
Damn, that's big.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it was big. I used to work there like late nights. I had like this amazing Qatarian players from Qatar. They would come out, call me like at 2 in the morning, be like, yeah, we want to open up the facility. I'm like, okay, cool. And they'll play all night. So technically, I worked all night playing with them or watching them.
And that's why they closed it down, right? Because
yeah.
Well, it was actually
bring the base back.
You see, it was actually in a good spot that we didn't have any. It was like an industrial area in Huntington Beach.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was really a good spot for them to play. They would leave. Anytime they left, they would like speed off and go with their V8 engines, and you could hear them as they leave. Right. And nobody had a complaint because technically it's an industrial area, so you can't really complain. Wow.
They don't have
so it was fair and nice for them. But anyhow, that's how I met John. Later met Roy, a really good person.
Shout out to Roy. That's a guy
that
behind the screen.
I have a real one.
If you see an Asian with a mullet, that's probably Roy.
So for the people at home that aren't listening, John Lee, he's our owner and CEO, founder of Urban Pitch. Roy Cho is our podcast producer, the CEO of Urban Pitch, Urban House LA. And Gina is the
Director of Vibes.
Director of Vibes, the Chief Party Officer, the CPO. We call her the CPO.
Executive
Chief Party
Director
Officer.
of Vibes.
Chief Party Officer of Vibes.
So, we've had a big community, obviously, with Urban Futsal, and just, throughout the different events that we would have, and
everybody knows their role.
Whether it was the league, whether it was pickup, whether it was baller nights, we just had such a great community here in LA, and
it was more family than anything.
Right, yeah, and Brigitte and Gilbert were two kind of big parts of it. They both actually worked at the base for a little bit.
We started to work there.
Yeah,
I loved it so much. I worked there.
Yeah. I want to ask Gilbert. I want to ask Gilbert because I know you're really good with your feet. How did that because when I play soccer, I'm like 1-2, give me the ball, I'm getting rid of it, give it back, I'm giving it away, 1-2 touch, that's it. I was never really good with my feet, but you can do all that little fancy stuff. How did that become part of your game?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna get to that at some point, but
it was taking forever.
You have to defend himself.
Hey, here we are. Okay, here we are. Okay.
We're going over budget because of you. Let's get there.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, anyways, growing up in Canada, soccer is different in Canada because I would assume we should technically just call it street soccer because everybody plays in the street.
Right.
That's how I actually played. I played with my friends. We'll play barefoot. We'll play in neighborhoods. We'll just make little goals with rocks, like big rocks.
Right.
And then we'll play with a soccer game that is made out of sisal and plastic bags. You punch them up together, and then you tie them around, and then you just kick around, and it's fun. And that's how I kind of started loving the game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed playing with my friends. We would make little leagues here and there. We'll be like, hey, we each pitch in probably less than $1, and we're like, okay, from this money, whoever wins will collect the money and use it for buying uniforms or buying an actual soccer ball. So that's how I ended up getting to know how to play better on my feet because most of the time you have to keep the ball in yourself. The space is really tight. So anyways, that's how I got to
that's where you started to be selfish.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's I'm used to playing 1-2, and it's one Gilbert never back.
Never back.
Every time,
it's
guaranteed when you're watching Gilbert's team playing, there's guaranteed at least one player just right here.
It's just right
wow,
there, hands up, hands on their face,
you see. Okay, I you know what? On my defense, I will say this.
No, but when you're that good,
on my defense, I would say this. Well, most of the teams that we played with at the beginning, it's all about trust.
Right. Oh, I thought you were calling weak.
No, it's trust. No, I would never.
You should see my face. I was like,
Well, it's trust. Well, it can come. That is going to be included in somewhat, but it's all about trust. So initially, most of the teams that we had at the base, or I had at the base. We don't know everybody.
Bridget was part of your team, so don't say weak.
I slowly transitioned out. Gilbert knew.
No, I'm not going to say Bridget is a weak player. Bridget was a good player. The players that I felt that we had a good trust and good connection, I'd play with them. Would have good passes. And as a coach now, I don't think what I was doing back then was good. I feel like we should all just trust each other, but it's a process. It takes time.
No, so honestly, if I play with weak players, just give me the ball and get out the way.
Well, it's exactly. So it's a different mentality. It's a different mentality. Back then, I was like, that's exactly the same way I was thinking. Pass me the ball. We need to score. You get the ball. You're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, you're going to shake it to the right.
You're losing the ball all the time. But as time goes by, it's a team sport. We all get to learn. And I've enjoyed being a coach, and especially for
what do you coach out now?
I coach at high school, Los Amigos. Shout out Los Amigos, the Lobos. I've learned a lot from being a coach. It's an amazing group out there. They're wonderful kids. They want to become better. We have good rivals. Santiago High School. They're a good team. They play all.
Reverse shout out to Santiago. We don't mess with Santiago.
Yeah. Well,
they're the ops. We don't mess with Santiago.
You don't mess with Lobos. That's all I can tell you right now.
What's your high school name again?
Los Amigos.
Los Amigos. That's
a squad. It's a squad.
It sounds like real brownish rivalry right here. It's real brownish.
No Huntington Beach though. No Huntington Beach. I don't know about that.
Los Amigos. I don't know. It was other school.
Santiago.
Los Amigos Santiago. That sounds like my friends and my cousin, all in one. Somebody has to win.
Yeah, both schools are really, really amazing.
Yeah, we don't mess with Santiago's though. Los Amigos, we with y'all.
We played each season. We always look forward to playing against each other. Mm-hmm. And this season,
how many red cards?
No, none.
It's not a real
keep it clean.
No.
Gilbert keeps it clean.
Thank you.
Gilbert,
quick little.
No, that's on the coach. The coach keeps it clean.
We have to keep it clean.
No,
exactly.
You seen the Michigan coach? He slapped somebody. So
yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
Juwan Howard. Shout out to the Fat Five.
Well, yeah.
Hey, but you gotta be a real coach.
Well, it depends on what coach you want.
Oh, never mind. No, shout out not to
it's a bad luck. That's a bad luck.
So I mean, I am actually. I would say this. I'm very lucky to have that group of players to lead, because high school is when people are breaking into adolescence. It's a hard sport to coach, especially in high school. But they're amazing players. They're it's nice to be with them. You learn from them. You see how they're growing. I started off with a team of players. They're like trying to find themselves. They don't play club soccer. Most of them, they play like Sunday leagues, and Sunday league is more.
That was me.
It's
talent. Sunday league is another.
It shows you how to be a little chippy, because when you play club, it's a little bit more formal, more organized. Once you play Sunday leagues, is like, all right, protect your ankles at all times.
Dead ass. And don't get red cards. Don't fight. Yeah,
I didn't listen.
Me either.
I ran my team with red cards, red and yellow cards.
My parents could not afford to put me in academy. My parents could not afford to put me in a club team, so I was just like with the Sunday league teams, and my parents were just busy doing their thing, trying to, my parents came here as immigrants and they were trying to get their paperwork together. So when it came down to my time to shine in sports, they didn't have time. But for my brother, we were there 24/7, and I appreciated that. When it came to me, they didn't have time, and I understood why. And the one time I was like, Mom, Dad, like, come see me play. They came to see me play. I got in a fight. I was like, you know what? Never mind. Don't come back.
Whoever touched Bridget, forget you.
I remember it was at Vista Hermosa Park.
Yeah, that girl, yeah. Hope you pregnant with 7 kids.
Trust me, I was trying. I'm very patient. That's why I work with kids nowadays. And I'm very patient, but they were testing my limits.
To her kids, don't judge her. It was a mistake. Please don't fight.
We're all humans.
That's what I'm saying. Sunday league, they teach you patience. They teach you toughness. They teach you discipline. Like it's another game. Right. It's another game.
I mean that's one of the good things about being like in an organized environment. Then you actually being a leader to that kind of group. And Brigitte is an amazing person. We work together in other aspects, and I have a lot of respect for her.
Yeah, really make me cry, bro.
I know, dude. I'm about to cry too.
I know.
No, but I was a kid that I grew up in South Central and played in soccer in Culver City. So like I went from like hood to like playing with like white kids and
Valley boys.
Yeah, I know. At least Culver City's down the street, up the hill. But like I swear to God, I have no chill. Like the minute you touch me, and I don't like it. And my dad would be like, "Junior, come on, Junior, relax." I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna elbow the next.
They got me mad.
Yeah, they got me mad. That's why I don't play no more, because I know myself. Like I know that I'm. First of all, my body doesn't let me do what I used to do, and if somebody takes me on, I'm like, all right, forget you. Next play, I'm cracking you. So
I'm taking you out.
I don't have a future, so you don't either.
That's the guy you want on your team, though. Yeah, no, you want to have that guy on your team.
You want Julio on your team,
right? This is the guy you hate to be on the other team, but you love to have on your team, and that's the best type of.
All right, so let's keep going to the next.
No. All right, so we went off a tangent, but that was good because that's why we love soccer, because above all, it brings so many people together, like in LA and wherever, honestly, all around the world. So that's why we love the game. But Now we like to do a segment at the beginning. I mean, we're like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I
don't know how much.
But these guys' families. So
that's all good. No,
we had to reminisce a little bit. We had to reminisce a little bit.
So we like to start off with a little bit of a culture roundup, which is where we go over some of the current events in soccer. We're filming this, or we're recording this a little bit in advance, so we're not going to go into some of the stuff. We're a couple weeks behind when this is going to be published, but. You
better keep this on camera. Shout out Gilbert,
yo.
Gosh, you
Gilbert.
see why I love Gilbert?
Gilbert.
Oh my God, let's better stay on. Let's better stay.
No.
So
why?
No. Oh my God. No, we do not. Can we just keep it going, please?
Let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling.
There's no napkin.
Hey, honestly, what camera am I looking at right now? Can I get the camera?
Right, yeah.
If you edit this out, I'm gonna be really upset. This has to stay on.
No, this has to go up.
For the people listening, listening.
Now you know why like the first 20 minutes while we were talking about Gilbert. There you go.
Gilbert.
There you go. There you go.
Welcome,
Bridget, welcome to the
Round
Gilbert
of applause
Show.
for Gilbert.
No, but for the people listening, Gilbert just opened a can of fresh Makku. That's right. Tonight's episode is brought to you once again by our friends at Makku. That's America's first craft makgeolli, which is Korea's oldest alcoholic beverage. If you don't know, we'll put you on game. But it's brewed in Korea with only the finest natural ingredients. Comes in 4 flavors, including original passion fruit, mango, and blueberry. We got some passion fruit here tonight.
La Pasión.
La Pasión. La Pasión. Is it? I'm not. I don't know.
Depends what you want to do it with. There you go.
All right. We're already getting into some treacherous territory here, but we're good. We're good. But if you guys want to learn more about Makku, you can check them out on Instagram at DrinkSool. That's Drink SOOL on Instagram. MLS season's around the corner. By the time you guys hear this, it'll be in full swing. But more importantly, we got some culture roundup. So, like I said before, Gilbert sprayed all over himself. We like to start things with some current events in soccer, in the world of soccer. The first being the United States Women's National Team. They just won their lawsuit against U.S. Soccer for the equal pay lawsuit. The way I understand things, I'm not entirely knowledgeable on the subject, and like me and Julio like to say, we don't like to talk on things that we don't fully know about.
So scared of that.
So the way I understand things is they're getting a pretty significant payout. No, I think it's more than that. I think it's
22 plus 2 million.
They're getting.
I think it's 24, 27 million.
All right.
Well, they're getting 22,
settlement. That's a settlement.
Million.
So that's what happens
the U.S. team, or the U.S. is giving them $2 million more.
Right, it's a $24 million settlement.
Yeah,
plus $2 million.
Plus they need to come up with an agreement for the
$2 million for
collective bargaining,
either charity or whatever.
Right.
So growing women's soccer.
Right, but contingent on a new collective bargaining agreement, we're gonna have an equal pay structure between the men's and women's teams. So shout out to them. But Michaela Moore on New Zealand, it was pretty tough. It was just incredibly just a string of bad luck for Michaela Moore. Great player, she plays on Liverpool. Had the own goal hat trick. It was very tough. I mean, watching it was honestly not even her fault. Like, it was just really good deliveries from the U.S. women's national team in just really dangerous zones, and she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yep. Ball bounced the wrong way. 3 own goals within one half. It was really tough to see. I was gutted watching it, but I thought that would bring up, since we all played the game here. What's your guys' most embarrassing moment, or like most gut wrenching moment on the pitch?
I can start it off if you want me to.
Go ahead, please.
We know, right. No, Julio's no stranger to embarrassing.
First of all, I'm a baller. Relax. No, but honestly,
NAIA baller.
That's hey,
JUCO.
Hey, shout out to all my JUCO grinders out there.
He's a baller, but I pass the ball to him. He's a baller.
Yeah, no, you don't pass the ball to nobody. Hey, it could be Cristiano Ronaldo there. It'll be like, all right, the Cristiano Ronaldo and Gilbert show. No, but my worst thing that happened to me was 2000 after the World Cup 2010. Okay. Starting my freshman year at Arizona Western College, the coach is about to bought a new batch of Jubilani balls. I don't know if you remember the Jubilani balls. The ones that just like
they're the World Cup balls.
The World Cups we had for 2010, but they were real sticky. Real sticky.
There's a lot of controversy around
they were
them.
Real sticky.
They would kind of go like.
So we didn't break them in, and we just started practice with them. I tried to take a first touch, and my foot stuck to the ball, so I face planted first to the pitch. Oh. So instead of my team
face planted on the pitch.
Yeah, like my all right. So my foot got stuck, and
on
then
the ball.
On the ball. So like, I tried to take nobody defending me by myself.
Was it a free kick?
No, it was like
just a pass.
They gave me a pass. I took a first step forward, and then I tried to take a second step on the ball, and then my cleat just got stuck to the ball. So as I tried to push it forward, I just went straight forward and I face planted. And forget all my teammates, because instead of being like, "Are you okay?" It was a unison laugh.
As they should have. No, that's good teammates. That's
so
good
like
teammates.
to this day, we have a group chat with my Arizona Western alumni, and they bring it up like, "Oh, do you remember?" I'm like, "Forget you, dude. Remember when I used to bust you in practice every other week?" Like, no. But yeah, it was one of those funny moments.
But when I was in high school, I was very fast. Like when I saw the ball on my own, I would sprint for it. Listen.
that look that Julio just gave me, bro.
I saw that. Don't. I'm telling you.
No, go for it. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
No. We're interrupting. We're being
Ramsey does not know how to make himself. I do apologize for my host, my co-host.
This is literally what it was like for me when I used to work with Ramsey. Like he would not stop bugging me.
Can we throw it out there? Isn't he the worst? I work with him now. Like, isn't it like
I was nothing but supportive.
He just bugs.
Sometimes you just gotta do this.
No, she go, "Ramsey, I'm showing up 15 minutes late. Like, can you take over the front desk for me?" Like, that's the type of stuff that I would get from Brigitte. And she would get mad when I'd be like, "Why were you late?"
But wait, you just can't understand. Sometimes there's traffic.
Yo, I'm working a full-time career, and I'm working at Urban.
You happy she showed up.
Yeah.
All right, go back to your story,
anyway,
Bridget, before we get mad at this guy.
Anyway, long story short.
I'm about to walk
We had a high school game at home at Fairfax. And listen, Fairfax soccer field, when I was there all 4 years, it was trash. Like, it was muddy as hell.
Shout out to the teammates.
No, the Fairfax soccer field was trash.
No, Fairfax was trash.
The Fairfax soccer field was so trash. Like, our team was so good, but when it came to the field, it was so bad. Like, but we had an advantage to the opposing team because they didn't know how to play on our field. Know how to play they have turf fields. We had dirt, mud.
There you go.
Coming at the mud, and so they didn't know how to play.
Bottom came out of the mud. Hey, Brigitte came out the mud.
Literally.
There you go.
Okay, speaking of mud, so we were playing. I took the ball. I was running down the line by myself. Nobody. Did it sound like zoom? Yeah, zoom. I was speeding by myself. I took everybody. I was down the line. All I had to do was cut in and go. It was me and the goalie. The issue was that the field was like hella muddy. I was by myself. I knew I could do it.
The suspense.
I'm like, I take one more touch to the ball to just take it to the side and just shoot it, and I just face plant in the mud. Like the mud's like I slipped. The ball went I don't know where. I'm just like sliding down to the other side of the field. And everybody's just laughing, and the worst part was that they were recording this whole thing.
Oh, so we got
whole
the
game.
Coach. Hey, shout out, coach.
And the next day, we were reviewing film, and like that's all they wanted to watch. It was just me like face planting in the mud, and it was funny because I just had I don't know why like I was good with
swimming
in the mud. No, I was a good player, but sometimes I just miss goals. I would just miss goals.
Chicharito. Shout out Chicharito.
Wait, I just realized I called Fairfax the Comets, but that's Westchester. Westchester's the Comets. What was Fairfax? What was your mascot? What was you guys' mascot?
No, we're the Lions.
The
Fairfax
Lions. I said Westchester was the Comets. I said Comets because
these high school kids gonna be on you.
That's disrespectful.
Shout out Westchester.
Because Westchester was our rival.
Westchester was nice though. Westchester. I'm more of a Westchester guy than Fairfax. Honestly.
That's interesting because we would beat Westchester like crazy. Yo, we would go to Westchester. It was a practice game. I was just practicing my goals. Like,
but I thought you missed goals.
Don't come at me. Don't call Westchester. No, really, we would pour Westchester. Like they had a lot of work to do.
They had Trevor Ariza though.
Basketball, yeah, we can't.
Okay, Fairfax basketball. Westchester, that's a whole nother game ball. That's a whole nother.
Fairfax basketball was good though.
No, Fairfax basketball was good. When it came against Westchester, that was a whole nother thing.
There we go. All right, move on, Gilbert. What's your most embarrassing?
Wait. Don't come at me like that. Don't come at me like that, bro.
No. Remember,
no, because we're gonna be here for 30 more minutes. I honestly gotta go.
Don't come at me like that, bro.
I have a party to go to. I have like, Makku to drink.
I'm okay with Ramsey just sticking around, and you can leave.
Yeah.
So we can talk about this.
That's my man. That's my guy.
You know what, Ramsey?
Gilbert's my guy.
Thank you.
But
anyways, yeah.
Bridget, let's get out of here real quick.
I know. Obviously, we're not invited again.
Yeah, again. No, but like, what's your most embarrassing story?
Yeah, you know what? My most embarrassing soccer moment. My most embarrassing soccer. I didn't think it would come up, but it did. So we went to Vegas. We're gonna teach them street soccer and stuff. We had the godfather of street soccer, Edward Van Gils.
Shout out Edward Van Gils.
So we were out there teaching, kids how to play street soccer, showing them cool tricks and all that. So it was just us, messing around. And we're playing, like street soccer, obviously. And then, dude, I go for the ball to win the ball from him because everybody at Balla was scared to win the ball from him. I'm like, why are you guys...
From Edward Van Gils.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Nobody, yeah.
No, so I feel like you deserve this.
I do.
Whatever happened.
Continue.
Keep going,
please.
So anyways, everybody's scared to win the ball from him. And I'm like, why is everybody scared to win the ball from this guy? I mean, he's really good. So I went to win the ball from him.
Oh, no.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. My brother was like, oh, no.
And what happened?
It wasn't ready.
If you come at the king, you best not miss. Like that's
what happened to
don't
me.
Don't reach, I'll teach.
So it did. Actually, it did. You know what? It was just us, this small baller community. But to me, it got to me. I was like, what the? Like how it flew the ball around me was crazy.
Yeah. Is there a video of this too?
There is a video of it.
Oh, we got to send the video. We
got all the fans. I would rather see his video.
Swinging in the mud. Everything.
We'll post the link. We'll post the link in the video notes.
They had it on Instagram for a minute. With Edward Van Gils, I have to give it up to him. He did an amazing trick on me, and I couldn't believe it. I watched the video a few times, and I was like, yes, it deserves. All
right, now that we're done, let's move on to MLS.
Mm-hmm.
The season's around the corner. By the time you guys watch this, it'll be in full swing. So we're not going to talk about previews or anything like that. But what we can talk about is some jerseys. Just wrote a story. Wrote a story on urbanpitch.com. You guys should check it out. The best, worst, and ugliest MLS kits of the season. What are you guys' thoughts on the jerseys that you've seen so far? And is there any in particular that have
the Portland Rose? Is it the Rose jersey?
The Portland Thorns.
Timbers.
So hard.
Portland Timbers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
LAFC.
Well, look. So LAFC.
Like, no, I'm not liking it. Hey, I'm
offended for LAFC. Like what?
No,
but
listen.
Jersey was.
It's so compared to years past. So basically,
Galaxies though.
Yeah. So
they did a thing.
We'll get into
that's what upsets me most.
In what way?
As the LAFC, I'm sorry, I'm going off topic, but I got a vent.
We're gonna get into this.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get into it because I want to know.
LA Galaxy did their thing.
In what way?
Wait, Julio.
All right.
Are you?
Listen.
I'm LAFC all the way. I went to Menu Arts across the street. Those are my streets. Like I love LAFC. That's my team. Like I'm going to the home opener. Like I'm going to like most of the games this season. Right. I don't think I'll miss a game this season. But like I feel like LA Galaxy does not have a better team than us. But their jersey does go hard.
LA Galaxy might have the best jerseys in the league with their home and away. Dude,
with the stars on the neck.
The stars on the neck, but also their away jerseys from last year with the retro stripes.
Yes.
Bro, those are hard.
And it's hard to say it, but
They might have the best jerseys in the league. They might have the best jerseys.
Yeah,
in the
did you
league.
think?
Gilbert,
you gotta
Gilbert,
win
you get a
something.
chance to check out the jerseys?
I mean, it's a hard task for Adidas to just make all the jerseys for all the teams. You know, given the fact that there's like 26 teams in one league.
28.
Well,
You're good. No, you're good.
Well, they have two more. There's Charlotte that just came in, right?
No, it's 28. Yeah, so
Charlotte came in.
Charlotte came in this year to make it 28. It was 27 last year.
Oh, it's 27 last year. Oh, excuse me. So, anyways, it's a hard task for one brand to do that. But I personally do not think it's a good thing for all the teams. I think it's good to diverse. It's an American thing to diverse, to have Adidas, give Adidas a chance.
Multiple wives.
Give Nike a chance. It's not like
Hey,
that.
yo.
I mean, it depends on how you're looking at this. If you're looking at it in a Julio point, that's how you're gonna look at it.
Right.
No,
But anyways,
yeah.
Nike should have a little taste of an MLS because Nike is an American company.
Right.
Adidas, no, Nike did.
Nike does NWSL.
No, but Nike did run it for a minute.
So Nike was.
Yeah, they did.
At the beginning,
but at this day and age, I think at this point, comparing to other leagues, I think it should be a shared kind of thing.
I agree with you.
Nike has a shared.
Let me be devil's advocate though, because like, all right, so once the contract is over, I think it's a little more feasible. Like, all right, you have 28 teams. Who can offer the most money?
Right. I mean,
again, I think.
But I do believe that it should be more unique to the point where it's like not because all jerseys do look they look mostly the same.
Yeah.
But like it's I think for business it works more if like you know what you get 2018 more than just one team at a time.
Right.
It's more money. It's more
from
money
a business
from a business standpoint and an American standpoint. I think it's a selfish.
It's because I just got stocks last night, so like
it is
I feel cool.
A selfish way to look at it because there's one brand that is sponsoring the entire league.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it's one brand sponsoring one league, I think it's somewhat could be biased, and having so many brands, it becomes more of an open field for everyone.
And it makes
share. It becomes
and it raises
it
raises the bar. So if you have
Exactly,
multiple brands competing,
but like I'm saying, like for the little teams, and I don't want to be whatever the word you used,
elitist.
So like the thing is like when it comes to little teams, like that big money can be shared between all 28 teams, opposed to like the LAFCs that
that's how the league
NYs like the bigger cities can get the most of the money compared to the
But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
But I'm saying like when it comes to
again, I do agree.
You cut me off. I don't care though.
Well, wait, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. It's your turn now. Raise your hand next time you talk to me.
Okay. So, anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off. But anyways, when you have so many brands, I feel like all the other teams have to put a little bit more of an effort in terms of maintaining that brand. And at the same time, the brands that are there have to put in a little. It's like a combined effort from both sides of the team and the brand. For Nike to maintain their relationship with say LAFC, they have to do certain things, and for LAFC to maintain that, they have to do certain things. And same thing with Adidas, with maybe Galaxy, maybe with Orlando, maybe with Miami. It's diversity. It gives everybody a level playing field.
But I think it's like it's a team's fault and a sponsorship fault because like you still have the team still has to agree on that jersey.
Yeah.
It ain't like oh my god look what I got. It's just a white tee. Like,
but listen. So what Gilbert's trying to say is that having multiple brands in the mix will not only make things more diverse, but it'll bring like if Nike is designing jerseys for like half the clubs in the league, and Adidas is doing a third, and Puma's doing a third, and I don't even know what the math is like, but on that, but it'll have an effect of each brand stepping things out. Whereas Adidas, like they can be like, yo, like
like
we have the whole.
This is what we have.
No. I'm gonna mail it in on.
But all right, so let me clear things up. Like I don't think the LAFC jerseys is like that bad. But I'm saying like it's a 5-year anniversary. Like
it could have been different.
So again,
if it was a regular jersey,
Julio,
it's amazing. But if it was like a
what you're saying goes
July in English, please.
What you're saying comes to the same thing that we're both Ramsey and I are talking about in terms of.
I'm not gonna listen to you guys.
Well, that's
all right.
That's
no. So
that's not our fault. That's not our fault.
No. Anyways.
Bridget, back me up.
No, listen, guys. Listen.
So
we're running out of time. This is the problem. We're running out of time. We can be here for another 2 hours. Listen, guys. I love. This was a lot of fun. I would love to be here for another 2 hours, but unfortunately we can't. So we got to wrap things up. I think this was a great conversation. Talking about LA soccer culture, the base, urban futsal, MLS jerseys, the U.S. women's national team. But we gotta wrap things up. I know you guys have places to be. I know I have places to be. It's a Friday night, so before we go. Tell the people at home where we could find you guys, Brigitte, on Instagram. I know Gilbert, you got some stuff going on with the Field Talk. So let's just shout out, do a real quick shout out.
The Field Talk. First of all, the Field Talk is an amazing platform for high school players, local players. The reason why we started Field Talk was basically to give light to people or give a mic to people that didn't have a voice, especially in a local community. So we're a local-based outlet. We focus on local soccer. We do high school soccer. We do local leagues, club, the local teams, LAFC, LA Galaxy. Those are our main focus. We also do the U.S. teams, the U.S. men's team, the U.S. women's team, and the teams that come out here locally. So we focus on that. Yeah, follow us on Field Talk.
Just Field Talk.
Just Field Talk. At Field Talk.
Yeah.
Field Talk on Instagram. Shout out to Field Talk. Bridget.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bridget, where can we find you?
Where can we find you, Bridget?
I know you don't have that much of a spiel, but
not as big.
No,
but my Instagram is at Bridge Flowers, BRIGGG, 3 G's, flowers with the Z. I have to be real private because of the kids. The kids I work with.
Send us a request.
City, you're right.
Yeah, I work with the nonprofit City Year LA.
Shout out to nonprofits.
She's helping the community. I love where I work and I love my kids, but I also want to keep my private life private. So I gotta.
They learned a lot about you today, though.
You gotta set boundaries. All right, thanks everybody for listening. Shout out to LA Tinos for the studio space. Shout out to Believe for the podcast network. Shout out to Alex and Carter. Shout out to Makku, our sponsor for the day. Shout out to Roy Shaw, our producer. Shout out to Julio Monterosa, my co-host.
I'll be out here.
Yeah, please leave us a review, 5 stars, hopefully. If you leave us a good one, we might read it on air. Hopefully, if you roast Julio,
definitely. Like I said for that episode, if you make fun of me, I'll make fun of your mom. Honestly, hey, shout out to the whole Urban Pitch podcast. Please like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us at urban.pitch. You can find us at any soccer games. I'm gonna be at most LAFC games this season. Some LA Galaxy because they're not that bad. They're good. So if you see us in the streets, say hi. Yeah. You'll say hi back.
Yeah. Appreciate you. We got more in store for you next week. So we hope you stay along on our journey. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.